Ronny, let me just say this. Here today at Daywind Studios, we are honored that you spend the afternoon with Tribute Quartet. And we're all huge fans of the Hinsons, but we're really huge fans of your writing. And I will say, out of all the songs that you have written over the years, me being a huge fan of your writing, this song right here is probably my favorite song that you have ever written and the Hinsons ever sang. And I've heard a lot of folks record it over the years, and wow, it was exciting when we got a chance to record it.
Well, when you talk about, Gary, when you talk about a chance to record it, I haven't actually heard the actual version of you on record, you know, on recording. Mm-hmm. But I'm watching Facebook, and you're at in California, Bakersfield, California, and I'm just, you know, I'm enjoying the songs because I've always enjoyed tribute, and there's a blend and a mesh about your voices that's just, I think it's just like a marriage made in heaven. You know, it's just great. Nobody's changing, are they?
No.
That's not good.
No.
So I just, I'm sitting there listening, and all of a sudden, and watching, and all of a sudden you come out with "He Pilots My Ship." I said, "Dear Lord, what is this?" And I'm like, you, Gus, we're talking. I've heard it so much by so many different people. I'm thinking, you know, that old cow's been milked, you know. And all of a sudden, you guys start singing, and it's just a totally different song. It's a, I don't know. It's just meant to be. I just think it's meant to be.
That.
And I scratch my head and say, because you kind of at a disconnect. You look at it and go, how do these songs like this keep living?
And
they do.
Yeah. And that song is alive and well when you guys got through with it, believe me. And so I'm just honored to be here, Gary, with you guys to enjoy.
How did this song come about?
Well, and I don't believe in the word ironic when you're talking about things spiritual, things of God, but Rusty Goodwin was like a mentor to me, and of course we know what the Goodwins did with the Lighthouse,
right?
And so he kept calling me up and saying, "Ronny, now if you wrote the Lighthouse, you've got another good song, and don't you be a one-hit wonder." And that just bothered me to death, you know, because I've you know, heard of those one-hit wonders, and that's not a good reputation to carry around the rest of your life. Makes you wish you'd never wrote the first one.
For sure.
And so I was constantly, like, sometimes almost forcing ideas, you know. How about this, you know? No, go back and and so I'm driving along up that same coastal route where the Lighthouse is. That, of course, when I wrote the Lighthouse, I didn't know what a lighthouse was because I hated the ocean. And I didn't want anything to do with the ocean, and that's a long story of my childhood, but didn't want to have anything to do with. And so I rode a bicycle after the Lighthouse started climbing charts. I rode a bicycle out to find my first lighthouse, and it was about 35 miles, 40 miles, and the old Pigeon Point Lighthouse north of Santa Cruz, California, a little town called Pescadero. And so this is months later. Song, the Lighthouse is already going, and looks like it's going to be a big song. And Rusty keeps calling me up saying, "Have you got another song?" And I was saying, "Well, how's this?"
Persistent,
he'll say, "Have you got another song?" He'd say, when I'd sing him a song, he'd say, "Have you got another song?" And so I'm driving up the coast to see a sick loved one that's not expected to live. Stormy day, and stormy inside too, inside my heart. And I passed by that old lighthouse, and it's off to my left on my left shoulder now. And I look straight ahead, and I can see a tiny little helpless ship out on that stormy sea, and it's tossing around, and I'm thinking, why would somebody want to be out there on this stormy day, you know? But it's like any one of us. We can be out on that ocean of life and caught in a storm at any time. And think of the old cathedral song that sin will take you further than you intended to go.
Oh, sure, yeah.
And so that began the lyrics with the lighthouse. True story in front of God. With the lighthouse on my left-hand shoulder, in my sight was that old ship that brought on those lyrics from within. And
man,
the soul of a man is like an old ship that sails on a sea of time. The storms have come and the winds have blown, and they've rocked this ship of mine. But the reason my ship has never sank. And today it's still afloat.
Yeah.
My compass is his precious word, and Jesus pilots my boat.
Man.
And hey, would you guys sing a little
sure.
bit? You're sitting at that
Oh, there's
piano.
a piano. Yeah, there's a piano here.
How did that get here?
It snuck in here.
Hey, let me jump in someplace.
Yeah, okay, yeah, well, let's just jump in. Ready. The soul of man is like a ship that sails on the sea of time. The storms may come and the winds may blow and rock this ship of mine. But the reason my ship has never sank, and today it's still afloat, my compass is in God's precious word, and Jesus pilots my boat. I won't sail the stormy seas no more, lest Jesus leads the way. I won't ever drift so far from the shore I can't hear what he has to say. For I belong to a fleet that's sailing today on a glorious one-way trip. We'll land safely on shore to sail no more, for Jesus pilots my ship. I go, Ronnie.
My soul pulled in to safety's port. My stern was all torn apart. The bow of my vessel was so badly crushed, sin's waters flooded my heart. I had drifted so long on life's angry waves, with my cargo of fear and despair. Then I called on his name, and he lifted the blame. Now he pilots my ship everywhere.
Oh, I won't sail the stormy seas no more, lest Jesus leads the way. Oh, I won't ever drift so far from shore I can't hear what he has to say. Oh, for I belong to a fleet that's sailing today on a glorious one-way trip. We'll land safely on shore to sail no more, for Jesus pilots my ship. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. No, I won't sail the stormy seas no more, lest Jesus leads the way. I won't ever drift so so far from shore, I can hear what he has to say.
I belong to a fleet, and we're sailing today on a glorious one-way trip.
We'll land safely on shore to sail no more, for Jesus pilots my ship, or he pilots my ship. Oh, such a good song. Oh man. So what year did y'all record that?
I think it was 72.
72,
Yeah.
and Lighthouse was just coming off what was that, 70, 71?
It was, yeah, the Lighthouse I wrote in 70, and
Okay.
it came through, I guess 71 was when it was recorded,
Sure.
and then it came up
And then y'all did 72,
72, yeah.
for pilots.
Yeah. I was so heartbroken when I heard that the Lighthouse had been bumped out of the #1 position, you know.
Yeah.
Till I found out it was He Pilots My Ship.
Okay, real quick.
They're doing it right. No mistake here. Yeah.
I love it.
Well, the Lord has truly blessed you with song after song after song that still
Which means I got another one I want you guys to hear.
Now that is true Ronny Hinson passion. I love it. But you have truly been blessed with a lot of great songs. And I say this night after night, Mr. Ronny, is a good song is a lasting song.
Yeah.
And songs like this and The Lighthouse, when he was on the cross, I was on his mind. I mean, songs just...
I see them happen, and they just like, and then they're gone, and nobody will ever remember them again. You know.
Yeah.
And I got some of those. That's what I wanted to picture again.